Welcome back. I'm back. You're back. Hey, we back. Welcome everyone to this episode on the Ultimate Sports TV, guys. NFL training camp is right around the corner. That means the 2021 NFL season is creeping up on us. So we have a good look at each NFL roster and mainly each NFL offense, guys. So in this video, it's only right to rank how good each NFL offense will be in 2021, guys. But before I hop into this tier list, please make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the Ultimate Sports TV. Because if you are not subscribed, people, you're missing out on so much. Because this is the hot spot. Hot from the Ultimate Sports TV spot with NBA and NFL content. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and join the TOS TV squad. Then when you're done with that, please like this video for me, share this video and YouTube channel, then comment down below your top 5 NFL offenses in the comment section below going into 2021, guys. But now let's get into this tier list. And the first team I'm going to start with is the New Orleans Saints. Now, their team, look, they're losing Drew Brees, but they still have Alvin Kamara and Michael Thomas on that offense. Now, look, it depends on how good Jameis Winston is going to be. We know that offensive line is going to be good. You really have a hard time where you put this Saints offense. I think it's going to be good. Look, Jameis Winston has a good play caller this year in Sean Payton. He has some good weapons. He has a Swiss Army knife in Alvin Kamara. He has a guy in Michael Thomas that is Mr. Reliable as a wide receiver when it comes to really just hauling in those catches and really getting whatever catches he needs for your offense. I think the Saints offense is going to be good this year. The Steelers offense is going to be average. It's not going to be bad because of the great receivers they have, the great receiving core they have, and the good running back that they have. But look, their offensive line ultimately dictates how good this offense is going to be because you have an aging quarterback. Last year, look, the Steelers were getting that ball out fast with Ben Roethlisberger, and that was mainly because their offensive line could not hold up. So when you get the ball out fast, that probably means you have to do those short intermediate routes with your wide receivers. And towards the end of the year, those short intermediate routes were not working just because teams figured you out and that offensive line was not holding up. So if you're going to have to do that again this year where your offensive line is still bad, your quarterback's aging, and he can't take as much hits, and he can't really throw down the field as great, then your offense is probably in trouble. Now, when you look at Najee Harris in that run game, yes, I think he's going to be a good running back in the NFL. But how good do you expect a rookie running back to be with a bad offensive line? That's just a question there, but the Steelers' offense is going to be average. When we're looking at the Seahawks' offense, I think it's going to be pretty good. Now, look, they got Chris Carson, they've got Russell Wilson, they've got Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. You know what? I'm going to move them up to the elite tier. Their offensive line isn't too bad. It could be upgraded, but hey, they've got the star power in their offense, and it's going to work once again this year. Now let's start loading some teams off here. The Lions offense, I don't like their offense this year. Neither do I like the Texans offense this year. Neither do I like the Eagles offense. Now, the Chargers, they're going to be a good offense this year. They got Austin Eckler in the backfield. That offensive line is massively upgraded. We know they got Justin Herbert with that good receiving core. So their offense is going to be pretty nice this year. I might move them up to the elite tier. I think I'll put like 7 teams in the elite tier. We'll see what happens. I may move the Chargers up to the elite tier at the end of the video. Stay tuned. Now, we're looking at the Giants. I think their offense is going to be pretty good. I think because of all the weapons they have in that offense and because Joe Judge is such a good play caller, Daniel Jones is going to get better as a quarterback. The Jets, I think they're going to be a below average offense. The Bengals, I think they're going to be an average offense. Joe Burrow's coming back. They've got a great receiving core. We'll see about those tight ends, and we'll see about that offensive line. I do think that offensive line kind of improved this offseason, though. We'll see what happens. I think the Bengals will be an average offense. The Dolphins, I think they'll be a pretty good offense. I like their receiving core. Their offensive line is going to get a little better. We'll see what happens with Tua. I think he's going to get better as a quarterback. Now, let's get it into some juggernaut teams here. The Chiefs, we know they're an elite offense. We know the Buccaneers are an elite offense. Now, when we're looking at the Browns, I think they're going to be an elite offense this year. That passing attack is going to get better when you add Odell Beckham Jr. to Jarvis Landry, to David Njoku, Austin Hooper, and Rashard Higgins. Look, that offense definitely missed a deep threat last year, missing Odell for a few games, like 10 games last year. So when you add him to Baker Mayfield, who is in his second year in a system he is comfortable in with the great play caller and Kevin Stefanski, Baker is only going to get better with that passing attack, and adding Odell to that passing attack is going to make it even better. And hey, that run game, hands down the best in the league. That offensive line, the best run blocking and pass blocking offensive line in all of football. We know that the Browns offense is going to be pretty elite. The Cowboys offense, it depends on that offensive line. It's not an atrocious offensive line. It does need work, though. I'll put the Cowboys at the top of the good tier. We'll see what I do with them later in the video, but the Cowboys will be a good offense because of the quarterback that they have in Dak Prescott. We'll see what Zeke Elliott does. We'll see if he can stay consistent, but we know what type of receiving core they have. It's the best in the league. The Cowboys will be a good offense. Look, their offensive line's not atrocious, but it does need to get better. So I think their offense will be pretty good, and they will be getting some healthier players back on their offensive line. The San Francisco 49ers offense will be good. They've got a great play caller in Kyle Shanahan. We know that, but they'll also be getting some key players back with George Kittle, Jimmy Garoppolo, Raheem Mostert, who didn't play a lot last year, and Deebo Samuel, who didn't really play a lot. And they're adding that to a guy in Brandon Ayuk, who is only going to get better in his second year. This offense is getting a lot of pieces back, and that offensive line is going to be good once again. So the San Francisco 49ers offense is going to be pretty good. Now, the Green Bay Packers offense, man, this is really, really hard to tell because, look, we don't know what's going to happen with Aaron Rodgers. It's most likely that he's going to stay, but is he going to play? Now, let's say Aaron Rodgers does stay. That offense is going to be elite because he is in that offense. That offensive line is pretty solid. You've got Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon, and you've got Devontae Adams. So that offense is going to be elite this year once again if Aaron Rodgers is there. But if he isn't, that offense is going to drop down to an average or below average just because, hey, Jordan Love's a young quarterback. Do you have enough talent around him? And he's not Aaron Rodgers. But if Aaron Rodgers does end up playing for the Packers this year, which I think he will, this offense will be elite. The Titans offense, I think it's going to be elite this year. When you have Julio Jones to a run game that is unstoppable with Derrick Henry, it takes attention off of the run game, but the run game also takes attention off of the pass game. So the pass game is also going to be good, and you have a good quarterback and Ryan Tannehill who can distribute the ball pretty well. So the Titans are going to be an elite offense this year. The LA Rams, I think they're going to be an elite offense this year. Matthew Stafford in that offense. Now, you know what? I'll take the Packers down to the good tier. They're going to be borderline elite. When I look at them, hey, you still don't have enough weapons around Aaron Rodgers. But getting back to the LA Rams, you have Matthew Stafford. He's finally in an offense that he has the proper weapons to really be successful in. I think he's going to be, like, by the end of the year, a top 7 quarterback if he isn't already. But that run game is going to upgrade because Cam Akers is going to get better. That offensive line is already pretty good. And hey, that receiving core is also really good. And they've got the play caller in Sean McVay. So their offense is going to be elite this year. The Ravens offense is going to be good. We're still waiting on that passing attack, but we know that run game is one of the best in the league. That offensive line is still going to be pretty good this year. It did have its ups and downs last year, but they did add some depth and some star talent to it this offseason. Now, their pass attack, it could upgrade because they added Tylan Wallace, Sammy Watkins, and Rashad Bateman. We still have to wait on that progression, though. Now, the Washington football team, I think they're going to be an average offense, but all the weapons they have on that offense, Antonio Gibson, they've got Logan Thomas, they've got Terry McLaurin and Curtis Samuel. They've got some pretty good guys on that offense, but that offensive line and their quarterbacks are going to need to hold up. That Colts offense is going to be good. Carson Wentz is back this year. I think he's going to be better with Frank Reich. You've got the receivers with Michael Pittman and T.Y. Hilton, and you have one of the best run games and offensive line in all of the league. Now let's start loading some teams off of here. The Jaguars, I think they're going to be a below average offense with Trevor Lawrence and a pretty nice receiving core and a pretty nice running back in James Robinson. I think the Broncos are going to be an average offense. The Panthers are going to be an average offense. The Vikings, I think they're going to be a pretty good offense. You know what? They're an average offense just because their offensive line is probably not really going to hold up. They don't really have much on that offensive line, guys. The Raiders offense, I don't know, man. It's going to be average. All right, finalizing this thing, this is what I came out to. There's my elite tier, there's my good tier, there's my average tier, there is my below average tier, and there's my bad tier, guys. I had to fix this up. But other than that, this is Malik Kicks, aka the ranker of the Ultimate Sports TV, signing off. Peace out, and I'll see you in my next one.